So as we know, a lot of people right now are moving to the UAE, and for good reasons. You have the tax benefits, 0 to 9% tax, you have amazing weather, the place is extremely safe, it is clean, it is growing. The thing that I was always kind of thinking about is that, well, the UAE offers all of these benefits. Everyone seems to be moving to Dubai specifically, but Dubai is only one city in the country of the UAE. And there is another city, specifically Abu Dhabi, which actually offers all of the same benefits, because all of these policies, the residence permits, the taxes, everything applies to the whole country. So is there a reason why everyone wants to move to Dubai, but no one seems to be going to Abu Dhabi? At least no one seems to be talking about this. So I wanted to find out the answer to that question. So I actually decided to go to Abu Dhabi to get my honest impressions of the city as a resident of Dubai for almost 3 years now. I wanted to find out, is Abu Dhabi underrated? Because actually a lot of people online say that they actually prefer living in Abu Dhabi and that it's a more livable place than Dubai. I want to find out if that is true, or if there is perhaps a reason why everyone is flocking to Dubai and not to Abu Dhabi. And at the end, I will also tell you whether I am actually considering leaving Dubai for Abu Dhabi myself. By the way, before we move forward, if you're interested in relocating to the UAE, I highly recommend you work with the people from GenZone. I have been working with them for the past 3 years. They do essentially everything UAE related, whether it's setting up a company and getting you a residence visa that way, or buying property in Dubai. I actually bought property with them myself, or getting a golden visa, which I also use their services for. They can help you with that. They are the best ones in the market, and in a market where there's a lot of very bad actors, you want to be very careful who you work with when it comes to all these type of services. And if you click the link down below in the description, you can get a free consultation with their team where you can explain what you're looking for and you can move forward from there. So why would you even think about Abu Dhabi in the first place? Well, the reason is that Dubai also obviously has a lot of downsides. So there's a lot of downsides, a lot of reasons that people list as to why they might not want to move to Dubai. And when you talk to people that have moved to Abu Dhabi, they often list these downsides of Dubai as reasons why they actually left Dubai for Abu Dhabi. So what are these potential reasons? Well, first of all, we have traffic. Dubai has pretty horrendous traffic pretty much all times of the day, whereas when you go to Abu Dhabi, it doesn't really have this problem. The traffic there is much better. The sort of materialistic and flashy lifestyle of Dubai is something that a lot of people simply don't like, whereas in Abu Dhabi you don't really have this, as we will discuss. People also complain that Dubai has no nature, whereas Abu Dhabi is a bit more natural. It has more greenery, it has more water around, things like that. The city planning of Dubai is not always the best, whereas it's, in my opinion, better in Abu Dhabi. People often complain that there is no local culture in Dubai, it's too many foreigners, whereas Abu Dhabi, while it is still foreigner heavy, has visibly a lot more Emiratis, a lot more local culture, a lot more of an Arabic feel to it. So if these downsides are reasons why you might not like Dubai, then you should actually definitely consider Abu Dhabi, because in my experience, it does actually fix a lot of these problems that Dubai has. But going there, just comparing the general vibe of Dubai versus Abu Dhabi, they are obviously very similar because they are only like an hour away, but there are some key differences which might really make some people prefer Abu Dhabi over Dubai. First of all, Abu Dhabi in general just feels more spacious, because it's a much bigger city in terms of the actual area, while having less people than Dubai. A big thing that I don't actually like about Dubai is just how packed it is full of people. I generally like lively cities with a lot of people, but in Dubai there's just literally so many people now that the traffic has gotten pretty insane. Like, all the malls are completely packed. There's just so many people there, and for people who prefer perhaps a more quiet lifestyle, you might actually really enjoy the feel in Abu Dhabi. It's not just like in malls and things like that. When you're driving on the road, they just feel more grand. It just feels bigger. Maybe it's also because it has much less high rises in Abu Dhabi. It's much more like a low rise city. It feels less like a modern mega city like Dubai. It feels more like Arabic, just more like quiet, peaceful, more like low key. A good way to describe it, I think, is that while Dubai is very flashy, where new money vibes, Abu Dhabi feels a bit more subdued, like more old money vibe. Whereas Dubai has a lot of nice community communities, full of high-rises, full of amazing luxurious apartments. Abu Dhabi is going to have more villa communities and things like that. So I could imagine, especially for family living or something like that, you want to live in a villa in like a quiet, nice neighborhood. You don't want to deal with traffic. You could really enjoy that. Whereas if you are younger, you want to enjoy that busy, fast-paced city life, Dubai is probably still going to be your preference. What I do like is that you see a lot more locals. Now, still, the differences in Dubai, you have 10% Emiratis. In Abu Dhabi, you have 20%. So it's still like very expat heavy. But if you want to have a bit more of a touch to the local culture, the local Emirati culture, you're going to have a bit more of that in Abu Dhabi. But if you really want to see that, you would probably want to go to the other Emirates, perhaps like Ras Al Khaimah or Al Ain. Abu Dhabi has more of a natural vibe. It has more trees that you see around. It has more water. The way Abu Dhabi, the city, is built is on a couple of islands, and I think it's better planned overall as a city. However, despite these differences, after spending time there are still many areas where Dubai does have the edge. First of them is business, simply because of the fact that Dubai is much more popular, more entrepreneurs are moving there. It makes it better for networking. There's so many more entrepreneurs there. It makes it better if you want to attend a lot of events, if you want to meet entrepreneurs. Everything like this is going to be better in Dubai just because it is more of a business hub. It has more things to do as well. Although Abu Dhabi has improved a lot in recent years, there's actually quite a lot of things to do there now. You have a Yas Island with a lot of theme parks, you have beach clubs, you have the beach, which the beach in Abu Dhabi, by the way, is much better than in Dubai. Dubai still has a lot more options, and the thing that matters to me the most is food and restaurant options. Well, nowadays Abu Dhabi has almost like all of the same restaurants that you have in Dubai. It is still not quite there, and when I was looking at ordering food, for example, on Noon Food, which is where I usually order food, there's just noticeably less options in Abu Dhabi compared to what I'm used to in Dubai. And as someone who loves food, this is still a big reason why I might still be drawn to Dubai overall. And the main thing for me is that while actually I would even say that I prefer the whole vibe of Abu Dhabi compared to Dubai, like the whole city planning and everything, I actually would say I prefer in Abu Dhabi. The communities themselves in Dubai, in my view, are nicer. Specifically, for example, the area where I live, Dubai Creek Harbor. It's an amazing community. It is super walkable. You have everything in walking distance. You have restaurants, grocery stores. The whole feel is just very nice. You don't need a car, everything like this. In Abu Dhabi, if they have communities like this, please tell me down below in the description. I would love to check them out. But just based on driving around the city and trying to check out different areas, I didn't really see an area that matches the vibe of areas like Dubai Creek Harbor or Dubai Hills or City Walk or something like that. These really nice, well-planned residential communities in Dubai. The specific communities, if you live in the nice communities in Dubai, overall, in my opinion and in my experience, are still better, and to me that still matters more because most of my life is spent just in the immediate community around me. But I could absolutely be wrong about that, and it obviously depends on personal preference as well. So will I move to Abu Dhabi? Well, probably not. For the things that I'm looking for, Dubai still has the edge. Specifically, number one, I am at the stage of life where I am focused on business first, and Dubai still is better for business. There's more people I can meet here, everyone's moving here, things like this. There's still advantages for me for that reason. Number two, all my friends are in Dubai. And number three, kind of what I mentioned before, I have found a community that I really love living here in Dubai, and at least so far I haven't found a similar community in Abu Dhabi that would match the things that I'm looking for, specifically that is walkable, that has this nice community feel as Dubai Creek Harbor where I live here in Dubai. So for this reason I am going to stay in Dubai. But for a certain person who perhaps is a bit older, who perhaps has a family, you want to live in a nice peaceful villa community or something like that, another thing to note is that if you're looking to buy real estate, you can probably get better prices in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi actually used to be more expensive than Dubai, but now that Dubai has grown so much, these days Abu Dhabi is actually more affordable. And when I was looking at properties to buy, I was actually considering Abu Dhabi just for the reason that I could get a nicer property for the same amount as I could get here in Dubai. The other thing about that is that in Dubai, when you buy property, you have a 4% government fee that you need to pay, whereas in Abu Dhabi, it is only 2%. So that makes it even more affordable. So in the future, it is not impossible that I might live there, but at least for now, Dubai still takes the edge and has more of the things that I am looking for. But Abu Dhabi, definitely worth checking out. Let me know down below in the description which city you prefer. Now, if you want to see another video about how moving to Dubai and the UAE changed my life and why I'm overall so glad to live in the UAE, you can watch this video right here, and we'll see you in the next video.